Future liking is all truth alone as an adult, but we peanuts. Like, so the link to the video will be description below. Go and check them out. So let's into this vaccine 3, 2, 1.
I'm 22 years old now, and I generally think that life is a pretty fun experience. You know, you can have fun with people, you can improve yourself,
Yeah,
you can laugh a lot. I generally think
yeah,
life is awesome. However, there are a couple things I've learned over the past couple of years that are true about the world and about people, and they just suck. There are certain immutable laws about mankind and just the world in general that are
really?
not fun to accept. But once you accept these
Yeah,
hard truths, it does get a lot easier to deal with them. So I thought I'd go over some of the things I've learned recently that just are not fun to think about. So starting off, I'm going to start off, a little lighter, and then we'll get to the more deeper, darker, existential things. But I want to start off with one thing that really caught me off guard, and it is so many people drink and drive. Like when you're young, when I was like 14, 15, 16, I always
yeah,
thought of the people who like drank a lot of alcohol and then drove as like hardened criminals. You know, they get DUIs and they're felons and they're
yeah,
terrible people. But as I've turned 21, started going out to bars sometimes. All of my the peers are also that age. It is incredible. It genuinely blew my mind how many people drink and drive. And I'm not talking about
drinking
like not
drug.
a lot of people get like blackout drunk and drive, but way over the legal limit. People will do it and drive, and it's just a totally normal thing. And what I'm
Yeah,
realizing is the people who get caught, with the DUIs, the felonies, those are just, I don't want to say the unlucky people because they deserve it, but those are the people who the consequences came. But so many people drink and drive, it's kind of ridiculous. Don't do it. I'm obviously not advocating for it, but it's just one of those things. I was like, wow. As I got older, I was like, really, that many people do it? It really caught me off guard, and I'm not surprised by it anymore. But it kind of just sucks. Like, why do people do that? I don't know,
yeah.
but
Why
it's
do
something
people do that? Yeah,
that just is a
true.
thing. So that's number one. A lot of drunk drivers out there,
Yeah,
ridiculous amount. Number two, everyone wants your money. Um, this is something that is really shitty about the world, but everywhere you go, social media and in person, everywhere you walk, there are so many things and people that are designed to take your money. Everywhere you go. If you want to talk about like online social media, everyone wants your attention because they get money off your attention. That's why there's so much, clickbait. That's why the news is saying stuff that's trying to make you mad so you watch. Like everything, almost everything in the world is like a
yeah,
business that is trying to capitalize off of you and make money. And this isn't
yeah,
as terrible as I'm making it sound. I might be making it sound like this is the worst thing in the world. As long as you understand this fact that everywhere you go, people are trying to make money off of you, you'll be okay, because there is a saying, and it's goes like this: there is no such thing as a free lunch. What does that mean? It's not actually talking about lunch, but if someone
yeah,
random comes up to you and says, "Oh, I have this for you. Oh, let me do this for you," it's not free. The person, whatever it may be, one of those texts you get being like, "Oh, sign up for a free giveaway." So you see something online, "Oh, do this for free." It's not free. Nothing is free. If somebody comes up
yeah.
to you and says they have the opportunity of
There's nothing free in this world. No.
a lifetime with no downsides, try to understand what is this person gaining from doing this,
Yeah,
because pretty much every single time you're going to realize they are trying to benefit themselves. And maybe in a few cases it will be worth it for you to do that thing, but in many of them it will not, because you just got to understand everyone everywhere you go is trying to make money off of you. The
yeah,
ads, the stores, everything is trying to make money, and it's pretty easy to avoid. Like I said, once you understand this, just keep that in mind. If anyone comes up to you saying they have an opportunity for you, just know they are trying to make money off of it. And I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here. Yeah, I make a little bit of money off these videos, but I'm trying to, at least give people some benefit from that. But yeah, everything everywhere is trying to take your money, and just sucks,
yeah,
but you gotta accept that. That's the world we live in. Number
yeah,
three is people grow apart. So when you're younger, and when I was younger, teenage years, 13, 14, 15, 16, your friends and family and just generally the people in your lives, they're pretty similar year to year. Like you're friends with these people this year, these people next year, and the people that you think, or the people that you're friends with for a while in your teenage years, you think it's just kind of going to be like that forever. But once you start to hit the adult years, you start having responsibilities, your life starts going a certain way. There's certain people who are just going to fall out of your life. And this one really sucks. And when it first starts to happen, it really hurts. But it's one of those things where you just got to accept, yeah, this is going to happen to some people. And it really sucks in situations where, like, it's someone you like and respect and you want to keep being around. But the fact of the matter is, life goes on and people go in different directions. Now, there are exceptions. There's, if you really, really like someone, feel connected with them, that you can make an effort to stay in their life. But that has to go both ways. You can't just try to stay in someone's life. They also have to try to stay in yours for it to work. But yeah, as you know, I've gotten into my early 20s, I've realized there are so many people who, in like high school years, I really thought were just going to be in my life forever. But no, I mean, life goes on. You go different directions, and that's okay. You can not see someone for like a year and still reach out to them, see them again, and that's okay. You got to
Yeah.
learn how to just be okay with not being around certain people that you used to. So that's definitely something that sucks about life, is just people go in different directions. But again, that's life. If there's really someone you want to keep in your life, then do it. Make the effort, but they have to as well. So that's number 3. Number 4. This is an interesting one. This is going to take maybe a longer to explain, but almost everybody, is selfish. Everybody, you walk around, you see them, you talk to
Uh,
them. Everyone is thinking of themselves all the time. It is
yeah.
basic human nature that what we're doing, we're always thinking about how it
I used to be that way too. I used to be selfish. Yeah.
reflects on us, not other people. And this is one of those where, yeah, it sucks when you realize it. You walk around, you realize so many people are just trying, when they're talking, to make themselves look
Yeah.
good, trying to benefit themselves. But it also is a great tool, understanding this concept, for getting rid of social anxiety. Because
Yeah.
when you understand this concept, well, let me back up for a second. The whole reason social anxiety is a thing is because when you go around talking to strangers, or maybe even your friends, you think that whatever you say, they are going to be judging you so hard for that. What
Yeah.
you say has to be great, or else this person is going to think negatively of you. Well,
Yeah.
this truth I'm bringing up, that everybody is selfish, kind of quashes that, because when you're talking to a stranger, they don't really care what you're saying. They're just trying to make themselves look good. They're trying to
For me, I don't care anymore. They can talk about me all they want. I don't care anymore. So they can talk about me all they want because I don't care anymore. So
come away
yeah.
good in this conversation. When you understand that, the pressure's off, because it doesn't really matter what you say that much, provided you're not saying something absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, because at the
Yeah.
end of the
Just be
day,
yourself. Yeah.
the people you interact with are mostly, unless it's a really good empathetic person who has broken the narcissism trait of humankind,
Yeah.
they're going to be thinking about themselves in almost every situation. And once you understand this, it's kind of like a weight lifted off your shoulder, because, no pressure now. You're going into wherever in public. People are just thinking about themselves. So why not you do the same? Just
True. Yeah.
relax and have fun. But it is
Just
kind of weird.
relax. Have fun. Yeah.
Once I started to understand this, I walk around and it's like so glaring. It's one of those things where you don't see, and then you can't stop seeing it. Like, people are just always thinking of themselves, and that's okay. It's one of those things where, like, yeah, it's weird. It's kind of, breaks your like happy view of the world. But once you understand, it's like, all right, cool. Everybody
Okay.
cares
Cool.
about themselves. Why not me do it? Let's have a good time. And that's basically it. And again,
A good time.
there are certain
Yeah.
exceptions. The really close people in your life, your parents, significant other, closest friends, yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
care about you. But I'm
Yeah.
mainly talking about just everyone else you're going to experience in life. They are thinking about themselves. So, no pressure, basically. Just do what you want at that point. All right, so we're 4 down. We got 2 more to go. This one's a little more complicated as well. There,
Yeah.
I feel stupid saying this, but there is a demon within you, and there is a demon within me, and that is called the instant gratification demon. Because,
Really?
humans were very advanced. We built civilization, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're still subject to our biology. And an interesting part of human biology is our need to have things immediately. Now, this extends to many different things when it comes to food, sex, um, social media scrolling. I know that wasn't biological, but it took advantage of that part of the brain. There are so many times where we just act on impulse because the demon, the gratification demon in our brain, tells us to, and it's weird. It's weird because we feel like I'm a intelligent person, I'm responsible, but even as I've over the past couple years really tried to quell this part of me, it's just going to happen sometimes. And instead of, there's three ways you can go about it. You can not acknowledge it, think it's fine. You see a bunch of alcohol, you're like, oh, I'm gonna drink it because I want to. That's the gratification demon,
Yeah.
and you can just be like, well, that's fine. The second option is to beat yourself up for it. This is how people can get into kind of like self-hating patterns. If whenever you act on these instant gratification thoughts, like you impulse have a really unhealthy meal, you can beat yourself up. You can be like, oh, I fucking suck. I stink. I am terrible. I hate myself. And then
Yeah.
there's the third option, which is kind of just step out of yourself and be like, okay, that just happened. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not indifference. It's not saying I don't care if this happens, but it's trying to avoid it. But also, when it happens, just step out of yourself and be like, okay, that just happened. And also, kind of laugh at it because I'll have moments I try to eat healthy, but if there's cookies on the table, I'll grab one. And
Yeah.
afterwards, instead of beating myself up or being like, "Ooh, I'll have another cookie," I'll be like, "Damn, I just got by the demon in my brain that's making me immediately claim stuff." But just acknowledge that it's there. I mean, obviously, you're going to have a much better life if you delay your gratification, do the things that'll make you happy later on instead of right now. But just acknowledge that that demon is within you, and it sucks that it's there, but
Yeah.
gotta live with it.
Yeah.
All right. So we are on to the last and final uncomfortable and sad truth of the world, and this is maybe the hardest one, but it also leads to a pretty good, self-discovery fact, and that is no one is going to help you when you're an adult. Nobody is going to be there and save you when you're having problems, when you're having issues, when your life is just in a bad place. Because we can kind of, I was lucky enough that I had parents growing up that solved a lot of my issues, and that's kind of part of being a kid. If you're lucky and you're growing up in that environment, is that you'll always be taken care of if you have money problems or if you have emotional problems or if you'll be in like a situation where you're like, I don't know what to do, and your parents are
Yeah.
just like, this is what you do. But part of being an adult and growing off is that nobody is coming to save you when you have those problems. The only person that is going to be able to take the initiative and solve your problems is you. And that can kind of be a lonely feeling because it's like, well, damn, I have to do all this. But once you kind of get a grip on that, you can be like, all right, so let me get a grip on this, I don't know if that made any sense. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. But you just need to understand that no one is going to solve your problems. So the worst thing you can do when you have problems, things are bothering you, is to just complain, victimize yourself, because that stuff might have worked when you're younger. You complain that you're in a situation and someone's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll fix it for you. That's not going to happen when you're an adult. If you are in a problem, you say, what am I going to do to fix this? And oftentimes, if you take this mentality, it's really not that bad. You just have to figure it out yourself. And it's hard. It's feeling like, or the knowledge that nobody's gonna come and save you if things go wrong. It sucks, but when you accept this and you decide, okay, I'm gonna be the one to fix myself and get out of my problems, it's very powerful. It's empowering, because now you don't have to worry about bad things happening. Because guess what? You're gonna be the one to fix it. So yeah, hard truth about the world is that no one's coming to save you. But good news is you can save you. You just gotta do it. All right, so that was my 6 uncomfortable truths about the world. Hopefully, some of them resonated with you guys. Maybe put into words something you've been feeling but not able to express. They're just things, yeah, parts of
Yeah.
life is going to suck, but once you
True.
accept that, things will be a lot better. So
Yeah.
let me know in the comments anything I missed, any things that suck about the world that I didn't talk about, because I'm sure I missed something. But yeah, that's all I got for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Get out of here.
Wow. That was all truth alone as an adult by Reed Peanut. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go and check my. Yeah, I just don't care anymore. They can talk about me all they want. I just don't care anymore. So, and but like if you like and comment below if you want to see more reaction like this one, and subscribe if you're new and click the post so you can be notified when I upload in my bye. Wow.